Welcome to Concept with Justin. Today, we're moving beyond general garden ideas and diving into the powerful connection between architecture and landscape design. Whether your house boasts modern minimalist lines, classic traditional features, or rustic charm, the surrounding landscape should complement and enhance its character. We'll explore how thoughtful design, using elements like pathways, plant forms, materials, and strategic arrangements, including the precision of geometric shapes and minimalist palettes, can create outdoor environments that are not only lush and inviting but also architecturally harmonious and deeply intentional. While free-flowing oases have their appeal, structured design often provides a stronger link to architecture. One element offering flexibility within structure is the use of potted plants. Pots offer versatility, allowing you to experiment with different arrangements and designs. Consider using pots of varying sizes and materials. terracotta for a rustic look, ceramic for a polished finish, or sleek concrete, metal, or fiberglass for a modern, minimalist vibe that echoes contemporary building materials. To add depth and interest, arrange pots in clusters, mixing tall plants like fiddle leaf figs or palms with cascading greenery like ivy or pothos. This layering effect creates a dynamic visual appeal, making even a small corner of your garden come alive. Moving to the flower beds or planting areas, this is where creativity truly shines, adapting to the overall design intent. A well-designed planting area can serve as the heart of your garden, showcasing vibrant colors and textures, or focusing on structure and form. For a timeless look, opt for a mix of perennials like lavender, hydrangeas, and daylilies. These flowers not only bloom beautifully but also return year after year with minimal maintenance. To enhance the visual impact, create layers within the planting area. Taller plants at the back, medium-height flowers or foliage plants in the middle, and low-growing ground cover or textural elements like gravel at the front. The result is a cascading effect or a structured composition that draws the eye and creates a sense of abundance or refined order. No garden oasis or thoughtfully designed landscape is complete without a purposeful pathway. Pathways are not just functional, they guide visitors through your space and strongly influence the tone for the entire landscape. For a sleek and contemporary look, often matching modern architecture, consider using large, geometric stone slabs or poured concrete sections, perhaps separated by gravel or low ground cover. If you prefer a more rustic charm, opt for regularly shaped stones or brick pathways. To elevate the experience, line your pathway with low-maintenance plants like boxwood or ornamental grasses, often clipped precisely in formal or modern designs. front yard, often the first impression of your home, deserves special attention. A neatly trimmed lawn is a classic choice, but you can take it a step further by incorporating structured elements like a manicured hedge or decorative fencing. These elements directly interact with the home's facade. A painted white picket fence, for example, can exude charm, while a dark stained wood or wrought iron fence brings a modern, sophisticated touch that might complement minimalist architecture. Let's explore a specific style tailored to contemporary homes: landscaping for modern architecture. This approach emphasizes clean lines, geometric forms, and a minimalist palette to seamlessly integrate with the house itself. Imagine a home featuring distinct geometric blocks, minimalist colors like white, dark gray, black, and clean materials such as stucco walls, modern wood accents, and large garage doors. The landscape design directly reflects this. You'll see constructed planters with sharp, angular lines, creating defined geometric shapes on the ground that echo and reinforce the house's geometry. Instead of mulch, large, smooth, light gray stones or pebbles often fill these planter areas, providing a natural texture that remains clean, minimalist, and acts as a strong visual contrast to the selected greenery. Plant choices focus on structure and form. Evergreen shrubs meticulously pruned into perfect geometric shapes, especially spheres, and low, tightly clipped hedges. Like the previous symmetrical example, This emphasizes structure and precision, but here it becomes even more sculptural and minimalist, focusing on pure form over floral abundance. For a distinctive and modern twist, consider incorporating decorative black stones or contrasting light gravel into your landscape. These materials can be used to outline geometric flower beds, create borders along pathways, or even form the base of a minimalist rock garden. Their sleek appearance contrasts beautifully with the vibrant greens of sculptural plants and the limited use of soft hues or flowers, adding a sophisticated edge to your outdoor space. The backyard is where you can often truly let your imagination run wild, perhaps offering a softer contrast to a structured front yard. If space allows, create distinct zones: a lounging area with comfortable outdoor furniture, a dining area under a pergola draped with string lights, and a garden area filled with lush greenery. Adding a water feature, such as a minimalist fountain or reflecting pool, can introduce a calming element to the space, while a modern linear fire pit surrounded by cozy seating can make the area inviting year-round. When selecting plants for your oasis or modern landscape, think about how they contribute to the overall atmosphere and architectural style. For the modern design, focus on plants with strong forms or interesting textures that complement the geometric shapes. Think architectural grasses, structural succulents, or the pruned evergreen spheres. Large leafy plants like monstera or banana trees evoke a tropical vibe, while succulents and cacti bring a touch of the desert, often suitable for minimalist, xeric designs. For seasonal interest, include a mix of evergreens and deciduous plants. Evergreens provide year-round structure, critical for maintaining the integrity of geometric and minimalist designs, while deciduous trees and shrubs offer changing foliage and sometimes subtle blooms that mark the seasons. Vertical gardens are another exciting way to maximize your space while adding a unique aesthetic element. These living walls are perfect for small spaces or urban environments where ground space is limited. vertical garden can be as simple as a wall-mounted metal grid with hanging pots or as elaborate as a fully integrated system with irrigation. Use a mix of greenery and flowering plants, or focus solely on green textures for a modern look, to add texture and variety. Herbs like basil, thyme, and parsley not only look beautiful but are also practical for cooking. Seasonality is another factor to consider when designing your outdoor space. A truly captivating garden evolves throughout the year, offering something beautiful in every season. In spring, focus on blooming bulbs like tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths, perhaps used sparingly in containers or specific beds in a modern design. Summer is the time for vibrant flowers and lush greenery, though minimalist designs might prioritize green structure over flowers, while autumn brings warm hues with chrysanthemums, asters, and ornamental grasses, whose forms add winter interest. In winter, evergreens, holly, and plants with interesting bark or berries can keep your garden visually appealing. The strong forms of geometrically pruned shrubs and the texture of stones/gravel become prominent in winter. For those interested in a low-maintenance garden, there are plenty of options that don't sacrifice beauty. Succulents, cacti, and drought-tolerant plants like agave or yucca require minimal care and water, often fitting well with modern, minimalist aesthetics. Ground covers like creeping thyme or clover can replace traditional lawns, reducing the need for mowing. Gravel gardens, which use stones and hardy plants, are another stylish and low-effort option popular in contemporary design. However, maintaining the precision of geometrically pruned shrubs requires regular attention. For those who love to experiment, try incorporating unexpected elements into your garden. A mirror placed strategically can create the illusion of more space. A vintage bicycle with a basket of flowers can become a charming decorative piece. Even an old door or window frame can be repurposed as a quirky garden feature. In modern design, sculptural elements are often chosen carefully to complement the architectural lines. A garden is not just an aesthetic addition to your home, it is a living, evolving masterpiece. By layering thoughtful design, sustainable practices, and a touch of creativity, you can build a space that is not only visually stunning but also deeply functional and meaningful, perfectly integrated with your home's architecture. A garden oasis or landscape is as much about the experience as it is about the design. Let's begin by talking about enhancing sensory elements, a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of outdoor spaces. A truly immersive garden engages all five senses: sight, smell, sound, touch, and taste. For sight, consider playing with contrasts and focal points. In the modern landscape, the visual appeal comes from the clean lines, geometric shapes, the interplay of smooth stone and textured plants, and the precision of the pruning. A mix of textures, colors, and shapes can create a visually stimulating environment. For example, juxtapose the delicate, feathery texture of ornamental grasses with the bold, structural lines of succulents, or the perfect spheres of pruned boxwood. Use color theory subtly. Warm colors like red, orange, and yellow draw the eye and create energy, while cool colors like blue, green, and lavender promote relaxation. Minimalist palettes often dominate modern designs. Adding vertical elements, like trellises with climbing roses or wisteria, or simpler, more linear structures, can elevate the design and add a sense of depth. When it comes to smell, fragrant plants can still be used sparingly to create an atmosphere that soothes and uplifts. Lavender, jasmine, and gardenias are classic choices for their calming scents, while herbs like mint, basil, and thyme add a refreshing aroma. For a unique touch, consider night-blooming flowers like moonflowers or evening primrose, which release their fragrance at dusk, adding a magical quality to evening gatherings in the garden. Sound is an often underutilized element in garden design. The gentle trickle of a minimalist water feature, such as a sleek fountain or reflecting pool, can create a calming backdrop. Wind chimes made of bamboo, metal, or even glass add a melodic quality as they sway in the breeze. For a more immersive auditory experience, plant vegetation that attracts birds, like berry bushes or sunflowers, and install bird feeders or bird baths to encourage their presence. Incorporating touch into your garden design adds another layer of engagement. Choose plants with interesting textures, like the velvety leaves of lamb's ear or the spiky fronds of ferns. Contrast these with the smoothness of large river stones or the defined edges of geometric planters. Use materials like smooth river stones, rough bark, or soft moss and pathways or decorative features to create a tactile experience. Even outdoor furniture can play a role. Choose seating with cushions made from natural fabrics or modern materials with clean lines for added warmth and comfort. Finally, let's talk about taste. A garden oasis can double as a source of fresh, delicious ingredients. Plant a mix of culinary herbs, fruits, and vegetables to bring your garden to life in a literal sense. Imagine stepping outside to pick fresh basil for a homemade pesto, or harvesting ripe tomatoes and cucumbers for a refreshing summer salad. Berry bushes, citrus trees, and even edible flowers like nasturtiums or pansies can add both beauty and flavor to your outdoor space. Even herbs can be grown neatly in geometric containers. Another area worth exploring is seasonal adaptability. well-designed garden should remain beautiful and functional throughout the year, offering something unique in every season. In spring, focus on early bloomers like daffodils, tulips, and crocuses. These flowers bring vibrant color to your garden after the dullness of winter. Pair them with shrubs like forsythia or magnolia, which produce striking blossoms. Spring is also an excellent time to refresh your garden beds or container soil with compost or mulch to prepare for the growing season ahead. Summer is all about lush greenery and bold, colorful blooms. Roses, hydrangeas, and sunflowers thrive during this time, creating a vibrant display. Incorporate shade structures like pergolas or umbrellas to make the space comfortable during hot days, and consider adding outdoor fans or misters for cooling. Summer is also the season for outdoor gatherings, so ensure your seating areas are well equipped with comfortable furniture and decorative cushions. The precisely pruned geometric shrubs look particularly sharp against summer growth. In autumn, the focus shifts to warm, earthy tones. Chrysanthemums, asters, and ornamental grasses can bring rich reds, oranges, and yellows to your garden. Add decorative elements like pumpkins, hay bales, or lanterns to celebrate the season. Autumn is also a great time to plant bulbs for spring, ensuring your garden is ready to bloom when the weather warms up again. Winter, though often overlooked, can be just as beautiful as the other seasons. Evergreens like pine, spruce, and holly provide structure and color when other plants have gone dormant. Add interest with plants that have unique bark, like birch or red-twig dogwood, or those that produce berries, like winterberry. The strong forms of the geometrically pruned evergreens and the texture of the large stones become the primary visual elements in modern winter landscapes. String lights and candles can add warmth and charm, transforming your garden into a magical winter wonderland. Thank you for joining us today on Concept with Justin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe to Concept with Justin for more design inspiration. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.